When hurricane season starts rolling around, that feeling of uncertainty can really kick in. You've probably seen the forecasts, maybe started thinking, okay, what do I really need to do?
Yeah, it's on people's minds.
So today, we're going to do a focused deep dive into this resident preparedness guide you shared.
Right.
And look, our goal isn't to bury you in every single detail. It's more about, digging out the key stuff.
The actionable steps.
Exactly. The things that will actually help you feel more prepared, maybe a bit calmer as the season gets closer.
Think of it like we're walking through the guide with you.
Okay.
We're pulling out what really matters so you know where to put your energy.
Makes sense.
We'll cover the planning you should do before anything happens, what those alerts actually mean.
Yeah, the watch versus warning thing.
Right. And of course, what absolutely needs to be in your emergency kit.
Perfect. So let's jump right in. The guide really hits home this idea that getting organized now is key.
Oh, absolutely. Preseason planning.
It says it really helps dial down the anxiety later.
It does. Knowing you've done what you can makes a huge difference when a storm's actually approaching.
And one of the first big things it mentions is a family disaster plan. Sounds simple, but why is that so fundamental?
Well, it's not just about having a plan. It's about making sure everyone in the house knows it, like instinctively knows it. So under pressure, people know what to do.
Even the kids.
Especially the kids, in some ways. The guide specifically mentions teaching children how and when to call 911.
Ah, that's a good point.
It seems small, but in chaos, a kid knowing that could be, well, life-saving.
That's powerful. It really empowers everyone. Okay, then the guide moves to sort of the nuts and bolts of securing your actual house.
Right, your physical structure.
What are the key takeaways there?
Well, think of it as your first defense line. The guide says check your shutters.
Make sure they work.
Yeah, are they in good shape? And crucially, do you know exactly where all the hardware is?
Oh, yeah. Nothing worse than hunting for bolts when the wind's picking up.
Exactly. Having shutters is useless if you can't put them up quickly.
And it also brings up this idea of a safe room. What's that about?
So this is basically your designated spot to ride out the worst of the storm.
Okay.
Think like an interior closet, maybe a bathroom with no windows. Somewhere sturdy.
And you stock it.
The guide says aim for at least 3 days worth of emergency supplies in there.
Got it.
It's that reinforced space you can retreat to when things get really dangerous outside.
Makes total sense. And what about, important papers, photos, things you can't replace?
Yeah, the guide addresses that too. It's about thinking beyond just immediate physical safety.
Okay.
Losing documents or photos to water damage is just devastating after the fact.
So what's the advice?
Simple but smart. Waterproof bags or containers. And keep them in that safe room or another high secure spot saves a lot of potential heartache.
Definitely worth doing. Okay, this next point feels really proactive. Checking your insurance.
Critical.
It specifically says check for flood and windstorm coverage. Why those two?
Because they're the big risks with hurricanes, right?
Yeah.
Property damage.
Right.
Standard homeowners policies often don't cover flooding. You usually need a separate flood policy.
Especially in certain areas.
Absolutely. And wind damage is the other major threat. So you need to know your coverage limits for both.
And the guide suggests taking photos of your house.
Yes, inside and out, before anything happens. It's invaluable proof if you need to file a claim later.
That visual record seems like it would simplify things immensely.
It really can.
Another practical tip, posting emergency numbers near your phones, including out-of-state contacts. Why out of state?
That's a really good one. Because during a big storm, local phone lines can get totally overloaded.
Or even go down completely.
Exactly. So having someone out of state who's unaffected, they might be able to relay messages for you or check on things when you can't get through locally.
That's a clever backup. Okay, shifting gears to actually getting out, if needed. Transportation plans.
Yes. If an evacuation order comes, you need to know how you're leaving.
And where you're going.
And where you're going, absolutely. And the guide stresses telling someone else, family, a neighbor, your destination.
Just so someone knows where you're headed.
Right. It's a safety net. Helps ensure people don't get stranded and unaccounted for.
And we absolutely cannot forget pets. The guide is very clear on this.
Very clear. Never leave them behind.
What are the main things pet owners need to do?
Okay, number 1.
Yeah.
Plan ahead for where they'll go if you evacuate. Pet-friendly hotels, kennels.
And book early.
Book way early. These places fill up incredibly fast. Many require prior registration, so you can't just show up.
Your heads up.
Your pets are family. Their safety has to be part of your plan from the start.
Okay, so that covers a lot of the preseason planning. Now, let's talk about understanding the storm itself, the alerts, the categories.
Right, knowing what the weather reports actually mean.
The guide starts by defining the different systems. Depression, storm, hurricane. What's the key difference?
It really boils down to wind speed, sustained wind speed. A tropical depression, that winds up to 38 miles per hour. Still organized, but weaker.
If it gets stronger?
Then tropical storm, that's winds from 39 up to 73 mile per hour. That's when they usually get a name.
Right.
And then hurricane, 74 mile per hour sustained winds or higher. That's when the potential for major damage really ramps up.
And within hurricanes, we hear about categories 1 through 5. Can you quickly break those down based on the guide?
Sure. It's all about increasing wind speed and potential damage.
Okay, Cat 1.
Category 1 is 74 to 95 mile per hour. Think damage to mobile homes, maybe some trees down, signs.
Cat 2.
96 to 110 mile per hour. Now you're looking at more roof damage, siding damage, more significant tree damage.
Getting serious.
Category 3 is 111 to 130 mile per hour. That's considered a major hurricane. Significant structural damage is possible.
Okay.
Category 4, 131 to 155 mile per hour. Now we're talking catastrophic damage. Homes can be severely damaged or destroyed.
Wow. And Cat 5.
Category 5 is over 155 mile per hour. Just devastating. Widespread destruction, potentially making areas uninhabitable for weeks or months.
Understanding those levels really puts the threat in perspective.
It does. It helps you gauge the seriousness.
The guide also explains a hurricane watch. What does that mean for us?
A watch means hurricane conditions are possible in your area, usually within about 24 to 48 hours.
So it's a heads up.
Exactly. It's your signal to finalize preparations. Get those shutters up, double-check supplies, review your evac plan. Don't wait.
And though the guide focuses on the watch, there's also a warning, right?
Right. A hurricane warning means conditions are expected, usually within 36 hours. That's much more serious.
That's when you might get evacuation orders.
That's typically when mandatory evacuations might be issued, yes.
Oh.
A warning means imminent danger.
Okay, very clear distinction. So we've planned, we understand the alerts. Let's talk essentials. Food and water.
Crucial. The guide recommends a 2-week supply.
2 weeks? Wow, that sounds like a lot.
It does, but you have to think about potentially long power outages.
Right.
And supply chains getting disrupted. Stores might be closed or empty for a while.
So what kind of things should we focus on stocking?
Water is number one, obviously. Plan for ice if you can.
Okay.
Think non-perishables. Canned goods are great meats, fruits, veggies, soups, things that don't need cooking or refrigeration.
Right. Easy stuff.
Yeah, dry cereal, crackers, granola bars, protein bars, nuts, peanut butter, juice boxes, shelf-stable milk.
And baby food if needed.
Absolutely. Don't forget formula, baby food, diapers, anything specific your family needs, especially dietary requirements.
Good point. Okay, beyond food and water, there's the rest of the survival kit. What else is vital?
This is about staying functional, informed, and safe when the power's out.
Like what?
Oh, communications. A car charger for your phone, a portable power bank, super important, a battery-powered radio, or even a small TV. And lots of extra batteries for everything.
Flashlight.
Definitely flashlights and more batteries. A manual can opener, don't rely on electric.
Oh, good one. Easy to forget.
Prescription meds have at least a week's supply, preferably more. Any specific toiletries, baby supplies, incontinent pads if needed, spare keys, house, and car.
What else?
Fuel, like gasoline, but stored safely in an approved container. A fire extinguisher.
Safety first.
A local map, because GPS might not work. Some way to cook without power, like sterno, or a propane grill used safely outdoors.
Cash.
Yes, cash and small bills.
Yeah.
ATMs and credit card machines won't work without power.
Good point.
Then, comfort and basics. Some clothes, blankets, pillows, insect repellent, a good first aid kit, matches, or a lighter. It seems like a long list.
It does a bit.
But it's designed to cover your bases so you can be self-sufficient for a while.
Okay, that makes sense. And circling back to pets quickly, the guide has specific kit advice for them too, right?
It does. Builds on the planning part.
What are the must-haves for pets?
Again, ID is paramount. Make sure microchips and tags have current info.
Right.
Have sturdy carriers or cages, leashes ready to go.
Food and beds.
Yep. Just like for humans, aim for a 2-week supply of their food and any medications.
Yeah.
Store it in waterproof containers. Get proof of vaccination from your vet, maybe laminated. Ask about microchipping if you haven't done it.
And photos.
Keep current photos of your pets, just in case you get separated. It can really help with identification.
All sounds very sensible. Now, what about shelters? If you do have to leave and can't stay with friends or family.
The guide is pretty clear. Public shelters are a last resort.
Not ideal.
Not ideal. They're there for people with absolutely no other safe option. They can be crowded, basic conditions. Always try friends or family first if they're in a safe zone.
And there are special needs shelters.
Yes, but it's important to understand what they are. They're for people who need some medical monitoring, maybe electricity for medical devices.
But not like hospital care.
Right. Not hands-on nursing care. If you need that kind of help, you generally need to bring a caregiver with you.
That's a crucial distinction. And pets in shelters.
Generally, only designated service animals are allowed in public shelters.
So your dog Fluffy probably can't come.
Probably not. Reinforces needing that separate pet plan we talked about.
Okay. If you do end up at a public shelter, what should you bring?
The guide suggests eating first, if you can. Bring ID, important papers, your medications in the original bottles.
Baby stuff if needed.
Yep, baby supplies. For comfort, blankets, sleeping bags, pillows, things to do books, games.
Essentials.
Flashlight, battery-powered radio or TV, extra batteries. And once you're there, listen to the shelter staff, follow the rules.
Okay, so let's say an evacuation order is given. What are the immediate steps the guide says to take before leaving home?
All right, crunch time. First, secure the outside. Bring in anything that could fly around.
Lawn chairs, garbage cans.
Planters, umbrellas, signs, decorations, anything loose.
Got it. What else?
Fill prescriptions if you haven't already. Fill your car's gas tank completely.
Don't wait on gas.
Definitely not. Unplug TVs, computers, other major electronics. Bring in antennas or satellite dishes if you can easily.
Protect things inside.
Yeah. Move furniture and electronics away from windows if possible. Maybe cover them with plastic sheeting. Turn your fridge and freezer to the coldest setting. Helps things last longer if power goes out while you're gone.
Smart.
And finally, put any remaining valuables or important documents in those waterproof containers high up before you lock up and leave.
That's a solid pre-evacuation checklist. Lastly, the guide lists a whole bunch of phone numbers.
Yeah, it's a really handy resource page.
Having those all in one place seems incredibly useful.
Absolutely. Saves you scrambling in an emergency. You've got the emergency management number for before the storm.
And the 311 line for during and after.
Right, the citizens information line. Plus specific property manager contacts for some people, which is useful.
And the standard emergency numbers.
Of course, 911 for police, fire emergencies, plus non-emergency numbers.
What else is on there?
There's a statewide info hotline, numbers for the Salvation Army, FEMA.
Thinking ahead for after the storm.
Exactly. There's even a price gouging hotline and the state insurance claim hotline. Plus, contact info for the Special Needs Registry, the utility company. It even mentions checking the OUC and FPL websites.
So it really centralizes all that key contact info.
It's a vital tool to have printed out and ready.
Well, we have definitely taken quite the deep dive into this resident preparedness guide.
We have.
Hopefully, listening to this gives you, our listeners, a much clearer roadmap for navigating hurricane season.
Yeah, the idea is that taking these steps, the planning, the supplies, knowing the risks and who to call it, really does empower you.
Take some of the anxiety out of it.
It absolutely can. You're taking control of what you can control.
So as you're thinking about all this, here's maybe a final thought to chew on.
Mm-hmm.
What's one thing, just one concrete action, maybe small, maybe big, that you can realistically do in the next 24 hours to boost your own preparedness?
Could be anything.
Could be checking flashlight batteries, putting aside a few extra bottles of water, making that call about pet-friendly hotels.
It's just starting somewhere.
Exactly. That first step. Sometimes it's the hardest, but it builds that momentum. And hopefully leads to greater peace of mind.
Well said.
Thanks for exploring this really important topic with us today.